Okay, this video was going over the quiz you guys took Friday. Just go over the answers. Okay, number one, consider the graphs below. Which of them are proportional? Okay, remember to be a proportional graph. Okay, it needs to be a straight line. And it needs to go through point 0, 0, the origin. Okay, and there's only two graphs that meet both of those requirements. Okay, graph A is a straight line that goes through point 0, 0, and graph C. Okay, B is a curve, and D is a straight line, okay, but it is not going through point 0, 0. Okay, number two, okay, we're finding the slope, unit rate, and equation. Okay, the slope, we're looking at songs and hours. Okay, if we think about slope, slope is rise over run. Okay, I'm going up 15 songs over 2 hours. Okay, so rise over run, I'm going up 15 songs over 2 hours. And if I divide, okay, I'm going to get 7.5 songs per hour. So the slope is really just the number 7.5. Okay, and we actually found the unit rate, because the unit rate would be the 7.5 songs per hour. Okay, the equation, you guys know that the equation of any line is y equals mx plus b. Okay, but when you have a proportional line, that b is 0. So all you need to do is put the slope in for m. So the slope is 7.5. So the equation is y equals 7.5x. Okay, the next two problems. Number 3. Below is a proportional relationship. Which point represents the unit rate? Okay, we kind of talked about this in class. I don't know if IXL gave you some real good examples of it. Okay, but let's see, the slope here, up 2 over 1, okay, so the slope is 2. Well, the unit rate is the same as the slope. Okay, the slope is 2, and the unit rate would be 2 as well. We just don't know what the labels are. Okay, but the point itself that represents that slope or unit rate of 2 would be 0.1, 2. Okay, the y-coordinate is exactly the number we're talking about. Okay, the slope or unit rate, okay, whichever, constant of proportionality to, okay, is the number after the 1 in that ordered pair. Okay, problem 4. Okay, we have cups of milk. We have tablespoons of chocolate syrup. Okay, we want to know if it's proportional or not. Don't get into doing decimals, guys. I would not do decimals. Okay, I would just take y divided by x every time and simplify as a fraction. So for the first row, I get 3 divided by 2. And you know what? I'm just going to leave it as a fraction, 3 over 2. Okay, 12 divided by 8. Okay, I'm going to write it as 12 over 8. I'm going to reduce it. Just reduce it. And I get 3 over 2 again. Okay, 3 halves divided by 1. I guess you don't really need to do any work with that because anything divided by 1 is itself. Okay, so we get 3 over 2 again. And then 10 over 15. Oops, I wrote that wrong. 15 divided by 10 would be 15 over 10. We could reduce that to 3 halves. So we always get the same y divided by x answer, 3 halves. So that means it is proportional. Okay, and the point that shows the constant of proportionality, okay, kind of like that other one, I want a point that shows specifically 3 halves. Okay, so that would be the third point on the table. 1, comma, 3/2. Okay, it's just really specific to that. The y-coordinate is showing exactly what the constant of proportionality is. Okay, number 5. Consider the proportional data table below. Okay, they're already telling you it's proportional. Okay, the constant of proportionality is what? Okay, well, if this is proportional, it doesn't matter which y divided by x you're looking at. Let's just do the simple one. Let's just do this second row. Y divided by x would be 1 divided by 3. Just simplify that as a reduced fraction, 1/3. Okay, the equation would be putting that constant of proportionality in between the y equals and the x. So y equals 1/3 x would be the equation. Okay, number 6. There's a data table. Is this proportional? Okay, so you just got to keep doing your y divided by x's. 3 divided by 2 is 3/2. Okay, 6, the second row. 6 divided by 4 is 6/4. Okay, but that reduces to 3/2. We're good so far, y'all. Good so far. And then I have 7 divided by 5. Phooey. 7/5. I can't reduce 7/5 and turn it into 3/2. Okay, so that's bad. Okay, I don't even have to keep going. Okay, that's not proportional because every y over x was not the same answer. Okay, looks like we have 2 more problems. 7. Complete the table below. Write numbers as whole numbers, reduce fractions or decimals. Okay, miles traveled at 6 miles per hour. Okay, it would be a lot easier if you keep everything in terms of fractions. Okay, if I'm going 6 miles every hour, okay, that means in a half hour, I'm going to be only going 3 miles. Okay, maybe you can do the first couple in your head. The second one, if I'm going for 1 hour, if I'm traveling for 1 hour, then I've only gone 6 miles if I'm going 6 miles every hour. Okay, but what I wanted you to see before you keep going with this is to get from the left side to the right side, you're basically just multiplying by 6. And to get from the right side to the left side, you're dividing by 6. Okay, you'd have to be just doing the opposite. So if I'm looking at row 3, all I'm going to do is take 1 1/3 times 6. Okay, I'm going to change 1 1/3 to a fraction. Let's see, that's 4/3 times 6 over 1. Okay, change 6 to a fraction as well. Okay, you could do some reducing right there, or you could just multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms. You get 24 over 3. Okay, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. That's hard to read, sorry, but that's supposed to be an 8. Okay, and then for 1 1/2, since that's on the right side, I'm going to take 1 1/2 divided by 6. Okay, I'm going to divide by 6 because I have the numbers on the right now. Okay, change both of these to fractions. 6 is 6 over 1. 1 1/2 is 3/2. Okay, now, I know we kind of talked about the copy change flip trick whenever you divide fractions. Okay, change divide to multiply, flip over the second fraction. 3/2 times 1 over 6. Okay, that's 3 over 12. And that reduces to 1/4. Okay, 9. I'm going to take 9 divided by 6. Okay, I'm just going to write it as 9 over 6. Okay, then I can just reduce that. and that gives me 3 over 2. So you can write 3 over 2. Guys, if you wrote it as 1.5, I did go back and give you credit because I realized students told me that I did have mixed numbers in my original problem. Okay, that's really confusing if I'm giving you mixed numbers and then I tell you not to do mixed numbers. Okay, so I did give you credit for that. Number 8, which of these equations are proportional? They're only proportional if they look like this. Y equals something x. Okay, so that's everything but the second one because it was 2x minus 5. Okay, guys, I went fast. Contact me if I went too fast. I only get so much time on YouTube, or the videos don't. I can't use them on YouTube when they're so many minutes. Okay, but let me know if this doesn't help and if I can clear up anything.